It's been 8 years since everything came crashing down. 8 years since I stood in the ruins of a life I thought I had perfectly managed. Back then, I believed I could balance it all. A dependable marriage, a flourishing career, and a secret I swore would never surface. I thought I was untouchable, clever enough to keep the lines from crossing, the lies from unraveling. He was my boss, David, charismatic, confident, magnetic in ways that made a crowded room feel silent. What started as harmless compliments turned into long stares across the conference table, then hushed conversations, late-night messages, work trips that weren't about work, and eventually something that went far past the point of return. I convinced myself it was harmless, just passion, just a spark I was missing, just something exciting to break the monotony. My husband, Mark, was everything David wasn't. Gentle, thoughtful, constant. For years, that stability had been my anchor. But I mistook calm for boring, love for routine. I stopped seeing the man who held my hand through our hardest years and started seeing a placeholder. I told myself I deserved more, that I wasn't really hurting anyone, that I could have both. The night it all shattered, I returned from another retreat, expecting nothing but the usual. But Mark was there, waiting, silent, a folder in his lap. Inside, the truth. Emails, pictures, receipts, evidence of betrayal so complete it needed no explanation. He didn't yell. He didn't accuse. He just handed it to me, stood up, and left. The next day, his side of the closet was empty. No arguments, no pleadings. He was gone. I later found out he had known for weeks. He'd gathered everything slowly, methodically, and when he was ready, he let it drop like a final stone. Quiet devastation. That was his answer to my chaos. The divorce was clean. Too clean. He didn't want the house. Didn't want the car. Just distance. Just freedom. His lawyer told mine. She made her decision. Let her live with it. And I did. I tried. David was ready to embrace our relationship publicly. Said we could build something real now. But once it was out in the open, it lost all its magic. He became demanding, moody, ordinary. No longer a fantasy. Just another man, only now without the moral cover of secrecy. I tried to convince myself I was happy. I smiled in meetings, held his hand at events, played the part. But inside, I was unraveling. After a year, we were done. No drama, no tears. He let me go like a tired assistant, then fired me not long after. It's not working, he said, like I was a task that hadn't delivered. Suddenly, I had nothing. No husband, no lover, no job, only regret. I moved into a smaller place. I took freelance gigs, went to therapy, filled journals with thoughts I couldn't say out loud. Nights were the worst. Silence used to mean peace. Now it just echoed with memories. I miss Mark's quiet hum in the morning, the smell of his coffee, the way he always filled the gas tank before I ever noticed it was low. Friends fell away. Some were ashamed to be seen with me. Others simply didn't know what to say. I became a cautionary tale, the woman who threw away everything for a passing thrill. Mark moved on. I watched from afar as he built a new life, new job, new city, new wife. I saw her photos. She looked kind, gentle, the sort of person who wouldn't take love for granted. She got the version of him I destroyed, and I never blamed her for it. There were days I almost reached out, typed long emails I never sent, wrote letters I still keep in a box under my bed. But what would I even say? That I'm sorry? That I still think of him when the sky turns orange at sunset? That I would undo it all if I could? But some things break too cleanly to be repaired. He deserved honesty. I gave him lies. I light a candle every year on our anniversary, not to mourn the end, but to remember the truth of what once was, the real love before it all went wrong. I cling to the idea that even if I fail to honor it, it still existed. That counts for something, doesn't it? Now I live quietly. I rescued a cat last year. Named her Penny. She stares out the window all day, calm and still, watching a world that no longer waits for her. I suppose I'm the same. Life hasn't forgiven me, and maybe it shouldn't. Time didn't heal me. It taught me how to carry the weight more quietly, how to walk with guilt without letting it crush me, how to accept that some stories don't get a happy ending, just a quiet continuation. Sometimes I dream about bumping into him somewhere simple, a grocery store, a coffee shop. In the dream, he smiles, just for a moment, and we talk like people who once loved each other deeply and now simply remember. But I know the real world isn't that kind, and he probably wouldn't even look twice. And I wouldn't blame him. So I keep writing my letters. I keep breathing. And I keep living with the choices I made, not asking for pity, just owning the story. It's not pretty, but it's mine,